Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. Drjaykilla, and I just had to get something off my mind. I was playing UFC, kicking ass, getting my ass kicked. You guys know how I do. And something crossed my mind, man. As all basketball players and football players do in any sport, I wanted to do a dream matchup. If one fighter came back and fought today, or if a fighter went back and fought back then. So it crossed my mind. So here's my list of what I think the fight should have been. So first and foremost, we got robbed that TJ Dillashaw and Mighty Mouse never fought. These guys were in their prime, but we know TJ Dillashaw was shooting up. God damn, that fight should have happened. Another one, in my opinion, Rashad Evans, Anderson Silva. Both absolutely monsters, fantastic. We know Anderson Silva is one of the GOATs, but I think a lot of people truly sleep on Rashad Evans. Next, in my opinion, we have Khabib and Covington, Mr. Controversy himself. Both these guys are ground fighters. We know it. Both these guys have gas tanks. They can take beatings. Would have been amazing. Covington still on the list, but against Nate Diaz. Man, this would have been beautiful to watch, man. It truly, truly would have been beautiful. Next one, I think we have a GOAT against a GOAT. John Jones against Anderson Silva. I think the UFC world would truly explode if this fight actually happened. Next one, it did happen, but it wasn't when it was supposed to happen. We have Izzy Adesanya against Anderson Silva. Now we know what happened. Izzy Adesanya beat him. He felt bad about it. I know he went, I believe, on the Joe Rogan podcast and said that was his idol growing up. But he said if the fight were to happen in Anderson Silva's prime, the exact same thing would happen. What do you guys think? Now, we have a personal favorite of mine, GSP and Conor McGregor. Now, you could probably do this at middleweight, but man, that would be crazy to watch. Truly, truly crazy. McGregor still on this list, but against RDA. Man, let's not forget about RDA. Now, RDA can take a beating, so I don't know if Conor McGregor would be able to keep up with that gas tank. And last but not least, Daniel Cormier against Brock Lesnar. Man, I think this would be insane. I don't think it would be just a wrestling match. I think these guys would get up and go blow for blow. And if it was a wrestling match, I really don't know who would win this. Now, to help give their 2 cents, I have my fight specialist, Fire Spitter. Fire Spitter, you go ahead and you give me your opinion on TJ Dillashaw and Mighty Mouse. Who would win that and why?
What's up, everybody? So you said TJ Dillashaw and who? Mighty Mouse?
Mighty Mouse, yep.
Primes, right? These are all primes for next fights.
Primes. But we don't know if TJ's on the roids or not, but just primes.
Boy, do let them roids. TJ Dillashaw or Mighty Mouse in their prime. Let's see. TJ Dillashaw's got length, but I think TJ Dillashaw's IQ doesn't match up, I think, to Mighty Mouse's IQ. My heart's telling me Mighty Mouse. So I'm going to go Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse? Yeah. I might have to go Dillashaw on that one, because I think if it went to the ground, I think Dillashaw definitely has the advantage. Next, we have Rashad Evans and Anderson Silva.
Rashad Evans or Anderson Silva. I think Rashad does get slept on. He's fought the greats, maybe even one of the greats, depending on how you look at it. I'm taking Anderson. He's got way too many tools.
I'm going to have to go Anderson as well, but I don't think Anderson really knocks him out. I think they go to the end of the fight. I really, really do.
5 rounds or 3?
Either way. I really think they both go to the end of that fight. I really, really do.
I think Rashad has a high IQ, but I think Anderson Silva just has too many tools.
I agree. I'm still going with Anderson, but in terms of like a knockout or anything, I don't think it's happening. People forget Rashad went the full fight with John Jones. People forget that. That was in John Jones's prime. You know, Rashad was already on the descent. Next, we have Khabib and Covington. Colby Covington. Kobe, Chaos, Covington. We have Khabib. Who's winning this one?
Khabib or Covington? Easy for me to say Khabib.
I'm gonna have to go Khabib as well. I think Khabib has too much strength. You know, they're amazing on the ground, but I think that strength is just gonna overpower Covington. I really don't think he's truly faced a fighter with that much strength on the ground.
Khabib's a fucking animal.
He is. He is a different breed. Now we have
Covington's a bitch.
now we have Nate Diaz and Covington still on the list. Nate Diaz or Covington?
Nate Diaz in his prime. Where's Covington right now?
We have to assume this is Covington's prime. I'm gonna
This
assume
is
that this
for
is Covington.
sure Covington's prime. Tough one. Diaz has hands. Kobe low-key does have hands. Not. I don't think he's the most technical striker. I think it's backed up a lot just by his volume.
Who,
and his
Diaz or
gas tank.
Covington?
Covington.
Covington gets backed up.
I think his striking is backed up by his volume. So his gas tank, really.
Okay.
We know Diaz a gas tank is just weirdly put into a fight, and it's manipulated well, I think, by him. Covington could take a beating. Nate Diaz could for sure take a beating. I think the winner of the fight, I'm gonna take. I think Kobe wins in decision. And if Nate Diaz wins, I think Nate Diaz gets a choke.
See, for me, I would go Diaz, either decision or choke, because I think Diaz, his hands are more proficient. I think Covington, he's able to charge you and really kind of throw you off balance when he does that, because you don't really expect him to charge you standing up. You expect to shoot. So I think that already kind of messes with your head, and he's able to throw those punches like, wait a minute, this is a wrestler. So I'd have to go Nate Diaz, and I would probably say by decision Nate Diaz, because I think I think Nate Diaz has better striking than Covington in that one. Next, we're going to go one of the great ones, man. One of the truly great ones. John Jones, Anderson Silva. Who wins this, Five Spitter?
This is tough. John Jones or Anderson Silva. John Jones has never fought a fighter like Anderson fucking Silva. Anderson Silva may have never fought a fighter like John Jones. John Jones is bigger, lengthier. I think John Jones does get hit though. Doesn't get taken down, but he does get hit. I think John Jones takes him down with the trip, controls the ground, and wins the fight.
John Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This I really can't decide. This is one of the hardest ones. If the fight is predominantly standing up, I'm probably going to go with Jones. If the fight goes to the
you had your
ground,
mind.
if the fight can go to the ground, I would probably lean towards Anderson.
Anderson Silva on the hand up top will beat him, bro. He has way more striking tools than
You
John
think
Jones.
than John Jones?
John
I
Jones
don't
really
know.
doesn't have hands, bro. Let's be honest.
I'm not saying he has hands. I'm saying
hands.
he can strike, though. Strike. There's a difference between striking and having hands.
I think he could close the distance and throw a fucking elbow. I think that's what happens. But I think Anderson Silva might throw. I think Anderson Silva lands a fucking front kick to
the
his
legendary
mouth.
front kick.
I honestly think he throws a front kick and busts his fucking lip open.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know, because I think whatever you pick, there's no really wrong answer. We're gonna up the weight class.
I think John Jones gets up close, trips him, controls the ground, and wins.
God damn, knockout or tap out or decision.
I think it might go decision.
Decision. Oh
Unless
my.
you just get some brutally savage elbows.
I truly don't know, man. I really don't. Okay, next we have one that did happen, but it was too late. We have Izzy Adesanya against Anderson Silva. We know this happened. We know Izzy beat the holy hell out of Anderson. We know Anderson was an old man. Izzy claims if Anderson Silva was in his prime, it would happen the exact same way. Five Spitta, who would win this matchup?
Anderson Silva in his prime versus Israel Adesanya.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't know. I think Israel Adesanya, just straight throwing hands, I think is probably more technically sound.
Okay. So
But
you pick
Israel
Izzy?
just, I don't know, Israel Adesanya I think does take tools from Anderson Silva though.
Well, he did say he idolized him growing up. That was his guy, and he said he even felt bad because it was a legend. It was his idol.
Uh,
So you tell me,
I know
who
for
are
a
you
fact it wouldn't
taking?
be the same. I know it definitely would not be the same type of fight. That's for damn sure.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh,
I think when
fuck.
you watch the fight, you can see that Anderson still got it. You can see the IQ there, but he just
Yeah, 'cause
physically
experience, yeah.
physically couldn't keep up. So for me, I'm gonna pick Anderson. And to me, the difference maker is Anderson. If he gets him to the ground, I think Izzy is fucked.
I'd probably go Anderson too.
Anderson,
Yeah.
TKO, choke,
Mm,
decision.
Probably TKO. I think I'm taking
I'm gonna go
TKO.
TKO as well. Now here's another one: GSP and Connor.
GSP and Connor. If they met in the middle for weight,
Yeah, let's say a middleweight at 170.
170. Connor, I don't think is the greatest fighter at 170 though. I think he loses some stamina, some speed maybe.
Well, we've seen him win and lose at 170.
Yeah, but I don't think that's his true weight though. I think 155 is definitely where he's best at. I think they fight at 170 GSP.
170 GSP.
Yeah, I think GSP is just too much to handle at that.
Anything at 155 Connor?
If he could go down that low, yeah.
If GSP could go down that low?
Yeah. He's a
That
big
one is
dude.
tough, man. Because I don't know if GSP's fought a striker like Connor. I don't know if we've really seen a striker like that off the top of my head, man. But GSP, for whatever reason, finds a way to win. Somehow,
Yeah, he's got
some
that.
way, he looks like he's getting his ass beat and somehow wins.
He does have that X factor for sure.
And we have seen Connor crumble when he get. I think GSP's gas tank is what decides that fight.
I think more than that. I think GSP just has more tools.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think it's gonna be the gas tank, man. I really, really do. Next, we have RDA McGregor. This one should have happened way back in what, 2015?
A while
Before
ago,
for the Aldo fight. RDA, a guy I grew up watching, again, I think kind of gets slept on. Still fighting to this day. You see the IQ there. He can't physically do it. Takes a beating. RDA McGregor, Five Spitta. Who is it and why?
RDA in his prime is the Savage for sure. Conor McGregor, man, he's sketchy, man. He's sketchy good. Definitely can't sleep on him. I think Conor McGregor sleeps on him, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah, I think McGregor KOs him. Second
I
round.
could definitely see that. Truthfully, I could truly see that.
I'd take McGregor KO second round.
If it's 5 rounds, I would say McGregor KOs him in the third.
Well, I'm gonna say TKO. I think he puts him down, sits him down, and then finishes it off like he
Okay.
did Chad Mendes.
I agree with that. Then I'm gonna go McGregor. Then we have Brock Lesnar and Daniel Cormier.
Daniel Cormier.
Daniel Cormier, why?
Very easy. What do you mean? Brock Lesnar's had like 2 fights in the fucking UFC. Which of one? I think he did win. I don't know about. I don't know if he even fought.
I think I'm pretty sure he beat Frank Mir.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure Frank Mir. I
Yeah, I'm
thought
saying
Frank Mir was going to win that
Cormier.
one. Cormier?
Yeah, Cormier is a dog.
Yeah.
Cormier literally would have been the best heavyweight fighter for some outstanding amount of time if John Jones was not alive.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was fighting that light heavyweight, right? When he
I mean,
fought John Jones.
Even when Johnny Bone Jones was like going through his coke fucking regimen, whatever, Cormier was still the top dog. He was
Going
the
toe to toe
champion.
with him.
Well, yeah, we're going to toe him for one, but take out John Jones. Cormier was the number one ranked, and he was the champion. He was going on like 6 fight win streaks almost, knocking people out. And he's shorter than a lot of these guys. Obviously, Brock Lesnar's a fucking freak of
Yeah, I was
nature.
gonna say he's
But I
an
mean,
athletic freak.
if you're being real, I mean, a lot of these heavyweights, light heavyweights are freaks of nature. I mean, to be fucking 205 and 265 and be able to be athletic, these guys have the gas tank. These guys throw head kicks, and precision striking. I mean,
I don't know if I'd call a lot of these guys freaks in nature. John Jones is definitely a
I
freak
don't
of
know,
nature.
bro.
Cormier, I would
But
not
what
call
makes
a freak
John
of
Jones a freak of nature, though?
because he's that weight. He's that athletic because he can move the way no light heavyweight. Even if he goes to heavyweight, he's still gonna be more athletic than any heavyweight. Now I don't know if he's gonna be the best, but I definitely
Is
think
that
he'll
what
still be
makes him
there.
a freak of nature, though?
As being able to move the
Just
way
because
he
he's more
moves.
mobile?
I think that can definitely play a factor, but look at how
It does
strong he
play
is too,
factor,
though.
but does that make him a freak of nature, though?
I think that plays a very big factor because again, if you just said the gas tank and all that, well, he has the gas tank to go with these light heavyweights and heavyweights. You said the head kicks. We know he can throw more head kicks than any light heavyweight and heavyweight as
I
more
think they're all
accurately.
pretty much freak of natures, to be honest with you.
Uh, I would think that John Jones stands above a lot of UFC fighters, not even just the light heavyweights and heavyweights, as a freak of nature. I think just in general he is a freak. But obviously that doesn't mean the best, because GSP to me is not a freak of nature, but yet he is regarded as the greatest UFC fighter of all time. So you have Cormier beating Lesnar. How and why?
Dude, just way more skilled.
You think he
And he would
just
out
TKOs
wrestle
him?
him, too.
You
Yeah, I
think he'd out
think
wrestle him?
TK. Oh, 100%, bro.
Oh man,
100%, bro.
I would
Brock
be
Lesnar would not
so
be able to handle Cormier on the ground,
I would
bro.
be so afraid of like Brock Lesnar being too much strength for Cormier.
Nah, bro. Even if you give him the strength, he doesn't have the angles nor the IQ. Cormier would dog his shit.
So Cormier on the ground or Cormier standing up beating Lesnar?
Both.
Either which way, pick it.
Oh,
Pick the poison.
I think it's a slaughterhouse.
Really?
I think he gets him out of their first round.
Oh my God. I would probably
If
pick
not,
Cormier.
early second round.
I would probably
If
pick
he's not out
Cormier.
the first, Brock Lesnar is entering second round gassed as a motherfucker and wants to leave and go home.
Wants to leave and go.
He wants to leave and go home.
See, but I think this is what people thought with Frank Mir, because people probably thought that Frank Mir was gonna wear Brock Lesnar out, but that was
Yeah, Frank Mir ain't
years
no
and years
fucking
ago.
wrestler like no goddamn Daniel Cormier.
Damn. I would probably lean towards Cormier because I think he has a little bit a better gas tank. I think his hands are a lot cleaner.
He's a UFC champion.
Yeah, I'm saying for Lesnar, I think his hands are cleaner. I think he's more decisive and technical when it comes to striking when comparing him to Lesnar. I think Lesnar is just going to try and bull rush people.
Dude, I think Cormier would mop the floor with Brock Lesnar.
Well, everyone, that is my list. I appreciate y'all's time. I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Let me know some dream fights you think. Let me know, comment what you think on my dream fights. Who would win? Why? If you want to get as detailed as possible, let me know. TKO, on the ground, submission, just a flat knockout in the round, guys. Let me know. I want to thank our special guest, Fias Spitta, our UFC specialist, our fight specialist here. That's it, guys. Peace.